city of Lakes, Minnesota, I'm Blake Suniga, courtside with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. We're ready to call the action tonight.
Now a chance to check out our starting lineups.
And one thing that makes this game so fascinating is all the different styles you can incorporate. What do you think is the best for winning, though, Brian?
Well, you know me. I love to grind it out. Slower pace, that's what wins come playoff time.
Yeah, maybe like in the 90s, Brian. I mean, I prefer teams that pick up the pace, take a lot of threes, and can outrun you.
Now here's Vandersloot.
Pass to Reese. Pick by Reese.
Just 5 on the clock, and it's Atkins missing.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Now here's Collier. 1 up, 1 down. She makes her first shot in this game.
Great handle splash by Collier. You love having a wing like her on your team.
Cardoso, covered by Smith.
Back to Atkins. It's stolen by McBride. Pass to Williams.
Back to Smith.
To the paint.
Collier inside. Reese defending.
Clock is at 3. From past the arc.
A rebound by Camila Cardoso.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Pass to Vandersloot.
Pick by Reese.
Lets it go from the wing. Poked loose. Collier outside. Vandersloot outside. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And here's Ariel Atkins outside. And that comes off the assist by Courtney Vandersloot.
With an unwavering work ethic, Atkins has just about mastered the 3-ball.
Smith right side. Collier.
Banked in off the glass.
Offensively, she can be the engine that drives them at any given moment.
And Tim, we know success isn't always linear. Just look at Alana Smith. She's a perfect example of that. Took her a few years to claim her spot in the league.
Well, she was a top 10 pick back in 2019. She shot under 20% as a rookie. Alana was out of the league, but she had a great 2023. The Australian finishing 3rd in most improved player voting, and she has really got a spot in the league now.
Now here's McBride. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Now here's Vandersloot. She's guarded closely, and that puts them in the lead.
The floor general sensibilities of Vandersloot on full display. Awesome job finding the wide open teammate.
Here's Carlton. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Outside Atkins. Pass to Nurse. And another basket for Chicago.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Smith outside.
Back to Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
You know, she might be 5'8", but Williams has tons of different ways to finish at the hoop. Hard to stop.
Outside Reese.
Pass to Nurse. And here's Atkins. Here's Vandersloot. Let's go with a 3. Her first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Now here's Collier. Defended by Nurse.
Screen by Smith.
Here's McBride.
And it's Angel Reese with the rebound.
That's a missed opportunity right there.
And she'll be the first to tell you that's one she should have buried.
Atkins. McBride covering. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
So much excitement around this rookie class, including 6'3" Angel Reese. Good luck keeping her off the boards.
Lots of people excited about Angel Reese. We don't normally see rookies come into the league with an elite skill, but Reese already might be the best rebounder in the entire league. She set a college record with 34 double-doubles in a single season, winning a national title that year as well, back in 2023.
And one thing about this Chicago team, they play hard, they play with effort.
They have such a great mindset. It's a tough one. They don't give up anything easily. And that starts with their young bigs. They set the tone. If you're going to play this Sky team, you are in for a battle.
That's also good, so she hits them both.
And when you look at the last few WNBA Finals matchups, it looks like we're in the super team era, fellas.
Oh, absolutely. Free agency playing a major role. Who wins it all? New York and Vegas last year, adding major pieces via big-time signings in the offseason.
And top-end talent is ultimately what wins in the playoffs. I think we'll continue to see super teams get formed.
And it's good. 2 points. The Lynx trailing. And here's McBride. Wyatt so far offensively searching for first points of the game. Lets it go from deep. Yes. And it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
With a smooth touch from outside, McBride's versatility leaves defenses pretty vulnerable.
Here's Banham. From deep, Ariel Atkins.
It's hauled in by Smith.
Pass to Williams.
Smith.
Inside. And that one's good. Collier.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play.
Man, I hope this game keeps on going forever.
Now here's Cardoso.
Ariel Atkins on the wing. Cans it from downtown.
It's just cool to see Atkins have fun of playing the game. And I love how she brings great character and personality to her team.
Smith with it, covered by Cardoso.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play opportunity. One free throw coming up.
One thing about Nafisa Collier, she's great at many things. She's not a specialist. She's well-rounded.
Well, how about this? I mean, she's been top 10 in the league in scoring, rebounding, steals, blocks. I mean, that's 4 of the 5 major food groups. She gives you everything at a high level.
And when it comes to defensive prowess, there's not too many players that can impact a game like Nafisa Collier.
It gets overlooked sometimes because of her offense, but Nafisa is outstanding on defense. She's the kind of player that opposing coaches have to game plan for at both ends.
Shepard.
Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier with the assist that time.
Showing off the muscle on that contact finish. Please tell me you didn't think a little contact would disrupt Shepard.
Here's Banham. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Allen. There's the three. Shepard pulls it in.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
And the basket by Miller.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Picked by Reese.
Here's Banham.
Outside Reese.
Williams over Shepard. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Lynx. 6-point lead to the middle. Banham's shot is good.
Well, you're not going to pass up that type of look.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2
Now Heidemann. Pass to Collier. Sinks the triple.
With a laundry list of moves in her arsenal, Collier can pick and choose how she wants to beat defenders.
Here's Reese. And here's Banham. Onion Wade. Miller defending. Here's Williams. Minnesota grabs the miss. Down low. Shepard. And that one good.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
Now here's Nurse. Pass to Reese. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
That pass had a little bit too much heat on it for her to make a clean steal.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough catch for either of them. I mean, these are basketball players, not wide receivers.
Now here's Onion Wade. Haley defending. 2 on the clock. Onion Wade, shot is good.
Your power from Onion Wade. Taking the bump inside and still scoring it.
And here's Heidemann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to McBride. And here's Shepard. She's guarded by Williams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Banham. Williams with it. She's guarded by Shepard. 8 feet out. No good there.
You can tell how much the defense respects her because they were all over her on that look.
And so the first quarter in the books. The Lynx on top. They're up by 7. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen from the Lynx, what's your take so far?
Well, we've seen them really get out and establish an offensive rhythm.
And they're finding ways to score, you know, playing well and getting good offense.
Shepard the screen. Here's Heidemann. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Allen. Williams. Now Allen for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
One of the advantages for Nurse, she's 6 feet, so tall for a point, allows her to get a clear view of the whole court.
Now Heidemann. McBride outside. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a 3-point contest.
Now here's Allen. Pass to Banham. Williams sets the screen. Banham, no good. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. For 3, Kayla McBride. And the Lynx, another 3.
A shooter who doesn't really need much space to be effective, McBride has a quick and accurate release.
Here's Banham. Williams sets the screen. Rachel Banham, and that's good.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there, a big gap in the D.
Pass to Heidemann. McBride outside. Offensive board. Shepard can't get it to go. Nurse outside. It's stolen by McBride. And now the Lynx fast break. Pass to Shepard. Tips it. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's a quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Yeah, not just getting the rebound, but getting the 2 points.
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you're willing to work very hard.
Jefferson with it.
Here's Williams. That one also a miss for her, just like the other 3 attempts in this game. Pass to Heidemann. To the inside, Shepard. And that one drops for her.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
Nurse outside.
Allen with it.
Takes the 3. And that comes off the assist by Kia Nurse.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Miller.
Clock at 6. Here's McBride. Jefferson pulls it in.
She had all the space she needed, but just could not find the bottom of the bucket.
And this Minnesota franchise is built around their star, Nafisa Collier.
Well, you think about 2022, Collier played just 4 games. In the Lynx, they missed the playoffs. Last year, Collier took her game to another level, a first-team All-WNBA selection. Those two, they just keep going right at each other from deep.
A little one-on-one action we've got on our hands here, Tim.
I'm not complaining.
And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
And coaching so difficult in this league. What do you think is an underrated skill for head coaches?
Motivation. I mean, there are so many games. The travel is difficult. So having your team at close to 100% is big, making sure they're locked in.
And I think it's rotations and fitting the pieces together. You want to find out what the best combinations are because it's about more than just throwing talent out there.
Now here's Atkins. 11 points in the game.
Pass to Cardoso.
Drops in the layup for 2.
The defenders didn't really even get a sniff of her on that move to the iron.
Now Heidemann. Here's Williams. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and she'll go to the line. And she's got her first opportunity at the line here tonight. Here's Chicago now. It's a 10-point game. Jefferson outside. Pass to Atkins. Tries again.
And Cardoso with the lay-in.
Where was the box out? Some easy second chance points.
Those kinds of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Basket good.
Uses every bit of her strength to overpower the defense. Collier does not fear contact.
And here's Ariel Atkins outside. Oh! Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw. It's going to be on Nafisa Collier, and this is her first free throw of the game. No good on the second free throw. Collier outside. A screen by Collier. Here's Carlton. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier with the assist that time.
Unselfish play by Collier. This team loves having her.
Pass to Williams.
Reese inside. Collier's there.
Reese gets the bucket.
She's one of the best in the league at that. I mean, even with just a tiny sliver, she always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Now here's Collier. She's got 14.
A do-it-all player. I mean, inside, outside. Collier could score from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Reese.
Outside Williams. Now here's Vandersloot. Atkins. McBride covering. Pulls up. And it's Atkins missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
2 points. That one goes in.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
Now here's Vandersloot. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Ariel Atkins good for 3.
Nice kick out after the D. It collapsed on her.
Pass to Williams.
Here's Smith.
Screen by Smith. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Atkins grabs the board. Vandersloot outside.
Kicks it out to Reese.
That three off the mark.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Now here's Vandersloot.
Cardoso, covered by Smith.
Deflects the pass. Pass to Williams.
Smith outside.
To the paint. And Ariel Atkins picks up the foul. That's her first foul. And the Sky making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Heidemann. Vandersloot defending. Nafisa Collier on the wing. Just three to shoot. Nailed from three-point land.
Because of Collier's ability to space the floor, she gives her team a deeper offensive identity.
Now here's Vandersloot. Guarded closely. Outside Atkins. To the middle.
Cardoso.
It's hauled in by the Lynx. Collier outside. The kick out to Williams. Screen by Smith. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot two.
Never scared to go down low, even at 5'8". Williams has guts. She'll take it right to the hoop.
Well, when you talk about Courtney Williams, her versatility is what stands out the most.
Yeah, she doesn't dominate any individual statistic per se, but she does well in pretty much every category, which is what makes her such a valuable part of this team.
When Nurse is dialed in, she can easily hit from beyond the arc. She finds her spot and sinks it.
And in 2023, Minnesota finished as the 6th seed with a record of 19-21.
Well, Minnesota missed the playoffs in 2022, which ended their 11-year postseason streak. But they regrouped, and in 2023, they took the Sun the full 3 games in the first round, almost pulling off the huge upset. But what was most important was getting back to the postseason.
Pass to Nurse. Fires from deep.
And that one's going against Cardoso.
That is her first foul of the game.
Team foul.
And here are the Lynx now.
And here's Heidemann.
Nice defense by Courtney Vandersloot. On offense, here are the Sky. Down by 15.
Onion Wade.
Nurse. Now Vandersloot.
Covered by Smith.
From the arc. Vandersloot shot is off. Now here's Smith. The second chance effort. Count it.
An intimidating interior presence. Smith uses her toughness to get her way down low.
Vandersloot outside. Out to the right wing. And out of bounds, the Lynx will take it.
Substitution on the court.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Lynx ahead, leading by 17. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And welcome back as we begin the second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, but anything can happen.
You know, Nafisa Collier has been exceptional here, guys.
Slasher mentality, and we really saw evidence of it in the first half. She got to the rim again and again and kept on scoring.
Look, we know that she's got that great first step, but she must have woken up on the right side of the bed today because she looks fast out there.
Now here's Cardoso.
Now here's Atkins. Can't connect from short range. Inside. to McBride. Smith outside. Pass to Collier. And that's good. A nice job on the glass, and they pick up the 2 on the second effort.
Man, they have got to put a body on her because otherwise, with her agility and athleticism, they're just not going to be able to contain her on the offensive glass.
Fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
Pass to Collier. Screen by Smith. Down low. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Tremendous read by Collier, working the pick and roll to perfection.
Vandersloot outside. Outside Atkins. Puts up a 3. That doesn't go either for Ariel Atkins. Pass to Williams. And here's Carlton. The screen by Collier. Carlton shot is off.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
Vandersloot outside. Outside Atkins. Over McBride. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
With off-the-charts basketball IQ and energy, Atkins is a master at putting the ball in the basket.
Here's Collier. She gets it in there.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Nurse. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Williams. Smith outside. Here's Collier. Misses for only the second time in 12 attempts. Vandersloot outside. Pass to Reese. 5 on the clock. The shot misses. Nafisa Collier with some nice D. Here's Carlton, defended by Nurse. To the middle. Here's Collier. Lays it up and banks it in.
Her stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever, the shots are falling for her.
Pass to Nurse.
Now it's Reese.
From deep, Ariel Atkins. It's good, and that's 8 baskets for her, 8 for 15 shooting.
Well, it's a good thing she showed up today because without her, they'd be in deeper trouble.
Here's Collier. And the shot no good, a bit short. To the paint. Here's Cardoso. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots, next.
And it's going to go on Alana Smith.
And at 6'7", the strength and size of Camila Cardoso, so tough to handle.
Well, she puts that frame to work, doesn't she? She's a force inside and a very exciting young player.
Collier.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, she shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. You know, like we say, she's been making music all day long.
Pass to Vandersloot.
Reese, covered by Collier.
Outside Williams.
Smith.
Inside. Here's Collier. And it's blocked by Angel Reese. They get a hand on it. Now here's Nurse. She's guarded by Williams. Back to Vandersloot. Nurse, left side.
Screen by Cardoso.
Outside Atkins. Sinks the three-pointer.
Just on fire from beyond the arc.
Seems like just about all her points are coming from deep.
Williams with it. Vandersloot covering. And the foul called on Courtney Williams. That is her first foul of the game.
Great defense. defense anticipated the play and got there first.
And coaches love players that are just not afraid to put their bodies on the line and take a shot for the team.
Now here's Nurse. 6 points for her. Here's Banham.
Pass to Cardoso. That one falls. A great assist by Angel Reese.
Got the D worried about her inside and kicked it out for the open jump shot. Nice pass.
McBride, defended by Atkins. The screen by Collier. For three, Kayla McBride. That'll fall for her 7th bucket. 7 of 15 this game.
Off the court, McBride is lighthearted, but she's a killer on the court. Basketball is everything to her.
Now it's Reese.
Pass to Banham.
Picked by Reese.
Fires the three. Rachel Banham, and that's good.
Three's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a three.
Shepard with it. Covered by Cardoso.
Collier. Banham with the rebound. To the inside.
Cardoso can't get it to go.
And here are the Lynx now.
Pass to Shepard. Williams. And here's Shepard. 8 points for her. Pulls it from 20. Count the basket. Here's Banham. It's an 18-point game.
It's Kia Nurse on the wing.
No good from outside. So the Lynx now. The shot off that time.
Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso.
Back to Atkins. Just 5 to shoot. The three is up. Good on the three-point shot.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
Basket counts. Here's Chicago now. 17-point game. Outside Atkins. Here's Cardoso. And it's good for 2.
Great ball movement from Ariel Atkins, showing a willingness to get her teammates involved.
Pass to Williams. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And how about Chicago in that 24 draft, taking Angel Reese 7th overall?
We're talking about a player who averaged a double-double her last 3 years in college. But maybe most importantly for the Sky, Reese brings attitude, leadership, and gives them an identity.
Jefferson, no good. And here are the Lynx now. They lead by 17.
Outside Miller. Heidemann.
Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
When you pair Shepard's length with her effort level, you end up with offensive rebounds like that.
Pass to Williams. Atkins. Back to Williams. Launches a three. Minnesota grabs the miss.
You know, you watch her and you see her mechanics are totally out of whack right now. She's lost all feel for her shot.
Yeah, and it's not hard to tell. You know, just look at her numbers right now. Nothing is going down for her.
Now here is Atkins. 28 points for her. Up top, Williams. Pass to Atkins. It's hauled in by Williams. And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
Now here's Miller. Onion Wade covering.
Here's Collier. Another one falls for Minnesota.
And their lead gets even more enormous. They play terrific basketball at both ends.
No doubt about it. I certainly can't think of an area where they've underperformed.
And neither can I.
And that's a lot of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest player out there.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all Welcome back. Fourth quarter of action starting up in what has been a one-side show. Chicago with the ball. Pass to Onyenwere. Minnesota grabs the miss.
Bodied her up and made her alter the trajectory of the shot that time.
Definitely. Some very sound defense played on that trip down.
Now here's Miller.
6 on the shot clock.
Here's Heidemann. And that's a foul called on Peely.
That is her first foul of the game.
Here's Jefferson.
Here's Allen. And the three ball is good.
If you get open, Jefferson will find you. Mariah, a pass-first guard.
Pass to McBride. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's
Tim.
been a lot of fun to watch.
Yep, that one goes.
What movement from Williams. She's dangerous in the pick and roll going to the hoop.
And here's Heidemann. She's covered by Jefferson.
Back to McBride. 5 to shoot. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Williams. Here's Chicago now.
Jefferson left side.
Williams inside.
Peely defending.
The second effort, and Williams finishes it off.
She works so hard on her post moves, her finishing. Williams thrives close to the hoop.
Pass to Heidemann.
Back to McBride. Minnesota gets it back.
And here's Heidemann. Shepard the screen. On the wing, Kayla McBride.
Kayla McBride with another miss.
Jefferson outside.
Pass to Williams. It's tipped.
Here's Heidemann. She's covered by Jefferson. Shepard the screen.
McBride. And she tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Jefferson outside.
Williams the screen. Jefferson no good. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now for this fourth quarter.
Now Heidemann.
Here's McBride.
Well, who doesn't love a guard who can be prolific while also being efficient? And that's what Kayla McBride does. She makes very few bad plays.
Well, it starts with great shot selection, right? She makes the smart pass rather than the flashy one. She keeps the turnovers to a minimum, and she's someone you trust to read the floor and make good choices.
First free throw is good.
Well, back in the early 2010s, the Lynx went on one of the best runs we've ever seen.
And forget, WNBA. We're talking one of the best runs in American pro sports history. From 2011 to 2017, 4 titles, 6 final appearances, sustained excellence we haven't seen since.
Well, Kayla McBride is a good free throw shooter. I mean, is there anything she can't do?
Back to Atkins. Banham. She's guarded by Williams. This one for three.
Miller grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Here's Banham.
Pass to Atkins. Allen with it. Miller defending.
Here's Allen. Now here's Atkins. Hits the three-point bomb.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Williams.
Out to Miller.
McBride outside.
Basket is good. The assist from Diamond Miller.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Here's Banham.
Williams sets the screen.
That shot wide open.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Outside Miller.
McBride outside. And the Lynx, another three.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for her, especially from long range. She's in a groove. That tray has been deadly.
Here's Banham. Back to Atkins.
Williams sets the screen.
For three.
Offensive rebound.
That one good for two.
Rebounding is about a lot of things. One of them is reading angles. It's a skill that Williams has.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
One shot.
And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Now here's Collier.
Over Reese. That shot by Collier, no good.
Vandersloot outside. Pass to Atkins.
Williams sets the screen.
Out to Atkins. Nurse. Inside. Williams can't get it to go.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
Vandersloot with it. Outside Atkins. The three. Rebound by the Lynx. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. It's stolen by Elizabeth Williams. Pass break Chicago. That one drops for her.
Yeah, I'd say that shot was well within her range.
I hope so. There's nothing like a one-footer.
Pass to Williams. Back to Collier. Yes, and it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
Just no hesitation going up with it. Collier's confidence is what allows her to drain quick shots.
Outside Atkins. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
You know, you simply cannot say enough about her individual performance so far, even if the all-around team effort has been lacking.
And that one good. Chicago with the ball. Now here's Vandersloot. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Smith. Pass to Collier. Back to McBride. The screen by Collier. McBride misses. Nurse outside. Now Vandersloot.
And here's Reese.
Soft touch off the glass.
Well, look, one of the reasons they're trailing is because we haven't seen enough of that. She has to become a bigger part of her offense.
Now here's Collier. McBride right side. Back to Collier. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Love the versatility in the pick and roll. Collier can either set the screen or work off the screen.
Now a timeout called by Chicago. Guarded by Williams. And the foul called on Smith. That's foul number 2 for her. Chicago with the ball. Pass to Atkins. Nurse drains the three-pointer.
A capable distributor, Atkins is able to see the big picture within the game.
Now Williams. The screen by Collier. Wing shot on the way. Williams can't get it to go. Pass to Vandersloot. Back to Atkins. Shot clock at 6.
Outside Reese.
Off target with the 3.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Now here's Collier. Again, Minnesota.
Love Collier's discipline on offense. Looks for a shot she likes and dedicates to it.
Pass to Reese. Cardoso up top. Atkins.
And given all the success she's had in her career, Ariel Atkins definitely deserves more recognition.
She's a champion, a gold medalist, an all-star, and the first player in WNBA history to make an all-defensive team in each of their first 5 seasons. Put some respect on her name.
Not as productive of a trip to the line as she'd have liked. They really need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Pass to Peely.
To the middle.
Heidemann.
That shot off the mark. Chicago with the ball. They trail by 18. Here's Allen. So we see the Lynx taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
This game really a defining game for what they can do when they're playing at their best. Being here at home helps, but the execution anywhere